Hello, beautiful souls. My name is Aparna Sood, and welcome to TBC You and Me. I am a project manager by profession, a researcher of psychology, and a lover of life. In today's episode, we will discuss the decision making dilemma that we usually face in our day to day life. Whenever we have to make a decision or make a choice, how we approach our final decisions. By the end of this episode, you will understand why we face problems in decision making, how we play around it, and how we can deal with it. I can talk about myself whenever I have to make a decision, especially emotional ones. I am always trapped by this thought in my head if I am doing the right thing or I don't want to be wrong in this particular situation. For example, if somebody is making you feel bad with their words, people generally have different kind of reactions. Some people will lash out at them. Others might keep quiet and let it go. And some usually think in their head if they should retaliate or let them know that they are not comfortable with the way they are being talked to. Then there is another type of people. They have a thought in their head that it's okay. Maybe this other person have their own troubles in their lives and it's all right. There is no need for me to think about it or give it the power to affect me. It is very important and difficult at the same time to analyze what is the right step in a particular situation. And always there is a fear in the head of a few people that you do not want to do something wrong. Now, on one hand, it is good to be conscious and careful about your actions. That is the good quality. But being overcautious and over-contemplative can be a bit of a trouble for your own mental health. We can say that too much of anything can be troublesome. And the question is it really that horrendous to be wrong? Let us dig deeper. This kind of thinking is called dichotomous thinking. As you can understand from the word, di means two. That means you always have two options whenever you are thinking something in your head. If you think about it, it's really exhausting and sometimes we just do things without thinking that much. But usually when there are big decisions to be made or the person on the other end is someone you really care about, you actually think twice. As I just mentioned, is it that wrong to be wrong? People are usually afraid of making wrong choices. In psychology, you might have heard about ego and superego. This is a concept given by Sigmund Freud, who was an Austrian neurologist and the founder of psychoanalysis. This theory is about personalities. Ego, the term we usually use in a negative sense. Ego is that part of personality where the person is very rational. He will take the decisions to satisfy himself. I'm sure you would be able to relate with this. For example, whenever I make a choice that internally I know it might not be right, but I try to justify it to myself to satisfy the ego part of my personality. Like if I am not supposed to eat an ice cream and I will eat it, and then I try to console myself or satisfy myself with giving an explanation that doesn't make me feel guilty, rather more satisfied. Here, the ego part of my behavior and personality plays its role. Then comes the superego. Now, as the name justifies, it's a little bit above your ego. Here the basis is more about your morality, the moral principles you hold that are given to you by your parents, by your family, or by your society. In this particular part of your personality, you are focused on more about right or wrong. For example, when you let your ego play, you will have the ice cream, no matter what, and you will justify it in whatever way it seems fit. But when your superego is playing in your personality, it will stop you from having that ice cream, telling you what is right and what is wrong, and you would not tend to drift towards the wrong side because there is a super ego playing inside that you have to be right. I was talking to a therapist the other day and she discussed with me that why can't we play in the gray area? Why is it so bad to take some decisions that might be wrong? I'm sure you cannot always be right. And then again, there is a point. The definition of right and wrong is determined by your social parameters, what you see around you, and how you interpret things. There is no exact definition of right or wrong. Interesting, isn't it? So let us dig deeper. It would be of real interest to you to know that if you are constantly having a fear in your head to make wrong choices and wrong decisions, you can have many negative repercussions on your mental health and well-being. For example, when you're always in a dilemma whether you're making the right choice or the wrong choice, you constantly lose your quality to make decisions and you rely on other people to take your decisions. And this further generates a problem of blame game. And there are so many other things that comes along with it down the line, which doesn't really play well in your favor. With this kind of personality and mental process, your mind will keep going in the same loop again and again and again. And it will exhaust you and the outcomes will be awful. It will impact your sleeping patterns. You will always reach a decision that is actually a no decision. For example, I am okay with anything, or I don't know, or I am not sure. If you have this kind of mindset, you will never be able to take risk in life. And I am sure everyone understands that how important it is to take risk in life and how important it is to just go beyond what you're doing and how you can take your current status forward. It is a very important fact to have that quality in your personality where you're able to take risk. I don't want to say that it's not okay to play safe and live a simple life, but I'm sure everyone loves to take some kind of risk, big or small, some kind of, change in the status quo. I would like to point out the kind of stereotype attached to thinking behaviors. If you make right decisions, you will have a happy ending. And if you make a wrong decision, you are doomed. Well, these are the stereotypes attached to the thinking patterns of people. Well, I would like to correct it. There are so many inventions in the history that were the results of mistakes. Why to go scientific? See, in your life, you might have made a friend just out of nowhere. And at that point, it might be a mistake. And suddenly, now they are your best friends. People make mistakes and there is something new coming out of it every time. You cannot reach at some new place or achieve something new in your life without committing mistakes and making wrong choices. My only point here is, you do not have to be wrong. Of course, everyone has to be right at one point in their life. But There is no problem in being wrong or making a choice that you believe is the best choice for you. And that turns out, it wasn't the best. But that's okay. Even if that is the biggest mistake of your life, you will definitely learn something from it at the end, because whatever happens, happens for a reason. And I believe in that. If today you join the dots back in your life, you will be able to say that whatever happened, happened for a reason. And today, where you're standing, it is because of your own choices and the decisions you made. If your current situation is based on somebody else's choices or somebody else made the decisions for you, I am sure on an average it would not make you happy because you do not own it. For example, when your parents choose the subjects you will study in school, it generally doesn't fit well with you as you grow up and you realize, I wish I would have taken some other subject. A very simple example of this is the marital institution. If I talk about India, the culture about marriages was somewhat like that there are only arranged marriages. Things changed and now there are love marriages. The other day, I was talking to my friend and she's from the UK. We were having a conversation about one of our common friends who just got married. And I asked normally, was it love marriage? I could notice there was a kind of confusion on my friend's face, and she asked me, like, what do you mean by love marriage? What other kind of marriage are you talking about? So I realized that how much cultural differences are there, and these differences will shape your mindset to take a decision. In Indian families, they used to support arranged marriages, and now there is a bent towards love marriages. The common reason parents give for this kind of change in the behavior is a bit funny but makes sense. They say in arranged marriages, if it doesn't work out, the couple blame their families because it was their choice, it was their decision. However, in love marriages, they made their own choice and they will deal with it themselves. There cannot be a blame game. Interesting, isn't it? So the conclusion is, make a decision, right or wrong. It is yours. Abraham Lincoln once said, you take a decision and make it right. I am going to discuss a few ways in which you can make decisions. Whenever you take a decision, whether it is a business decision, personal life decision, or maybe a decision for somebody else, see if you are fully informed. Check if you have right intentions behind it. To be very honest, there are so many decisions that are not even supposed to be made there and then. We just get trapped in our own thought process and keep swirling in the loop. I read somewhere that in army, it is a rule that before you make a decision to complain about someone or something, you have to sleep over it. I don't know if it is true in regard to army, but the rule is amazing. It makes your decision-making capability better, brings calm to your personality. Always remember, your decisions are usually influenced by your surroundings, your family, your friends, even by your choice of TV series. So never make a decision in a desperation to be right. Be at calm, analyze, and then decide. Desperate decisions will always make you regret. They come with a kind of energy that disturbs your aura. Take wise decisions. Now, you must be wondering, if I was wise, why would I be in a trap in the first place? You are wise. You just need to have confidence in yourself. Even if what you decided turned out to be wrong, you will learn from it and have an experience from it. It is better than giving the steering wheel in others' hands because listen to this carefully. Even if others take decisions for you, you will face the results, not them. I am not saying don't take advice. Do it from your trusted ones or those you feel have better understanding. But make your decisions based on what you understood in the end from all the things you heard. It is important to understand you have to make decisions in various different spheres of your life, sometimes as a mother, other times as a sister or a daughter, and sometimes as a partner, sometimes as a manager or a boss. Every time the context is different, so it can be scary and confusing, and there is a burden to be right because you care about people involved in that scenario, and sometimes you want to be right for your social image. You cannot be wrong. It is a completely different conversation that forget about what people are thinking about you. And this is the hardest part for anyone. But that's all right. We'll save it for some other day. Point is how to accept our choices and have belief in our own selves. In our last podcast, I discussed manifestation and how your thoughts play a huge role in your outcomes in life. So be focused, see the situation through, know everything as much as possible. See, you cannot know 100% because there are so many things that would be happening away from your vision spectrum. It isn't mathematics, these are life decisions. Be calm, analyze, and do it. I'll share one of my experience. I remember a few years back I was dealing with a very important client. They were a big one. I was again and again thinking, should I involve my reporting authority in the meetings? Would it be okay? But I don't know what clicked me, but I made a decision that I'll deal with them myself. I can, and I prepared myself. I was calm and I was prepared, and my intention was to provide the best of my knowledge and grow. Simple. Well, it turned out pretty well, so I made the right decision there. But there are so many wrong decisions that I have made, and it's okay. In the end, I learned something, or there's a good experience, and it just turns about right that it wasn't supposed to happen the way it happened. It's okay. We are given just one life, limited time, like a debit card on which you're cashing out every passing day. What is the need to take it so seriously? Have faith, take a leap, faith in yourself, faith in the universe. Even if you fall, it would be for your good. Who knows what tomorrow holds for you? COVID is the biggest example. Nature can play its forces at any time and all your plans will be out of the window. So, there is a lot of uncertainty in life. Make yourself stronger inside to deal with whatever comes outside. Enjoy it. Right or wrong doesn't matter. My decisions from today will be based on what I feel is good in the situation for both the parties and my intentions behind it. That's it. My intention is to become stronger mentally and emotionally with every decision I make. This is my only affirmation today onwards. Rest is not in my hands, and whatever comes, I am always geared up for that by having proper awareness and consciousness. Sometimes there are decisions in life which we do not feel good about mentally or morally, but they will bring you huge profit or benefits. This is the time where you need to step back, and this can be the criteria for you to make a call on that situation. You must be wondering that both the parties cannot benefit in a business. That's the way of thinking. Great mindsets always go for combined growth. And you will go a long way having the mindset when making a decision where you can both grow simultaneously. In personal life as well, when making a decision, see if your call brings peace and calm to everyone, including yourself. So try this criteria today, that is, will I become mentally and emotionally stronger? What are my intentions behind it? Is it good for everyone involved in the situation? Then make your call. I would love to hear what you observed after implementing this criteria. Share your experience at our website truth-bliss-consciousness.webador.co.uk, or you can email me at truth.bliss.consciousness@gmail.com. As I always say, let us speak together and grow together.